Hello，Hello，你好，聽唔聽到？
聽到，
Hi. So,
聽到。
so we will presenting in English, and we have our panels already here. So once you're ready, you can have 5 minutes to present and 5 minutes Q&A sessions. So you can feel free to share your screen now. Once you're ready, you can start presenting. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Okay.
So I can go ahead now?
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are a team firm. We want to bridge the gap between remote meeting and face-to-face meeting. We want to build a remote meeting solution that can provide the same experience of physical meeting. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, cities have been locked down, people have been forced to work from home, and meetings have been replaced by video conferences. Statistics show that in 2020, Zoom had over 300 million meeting participants per day, and about 62% of companies use 3 or more video calling platforms. This trend is enormous, and many have been speculated that this is the new normal and our way of work has been changed forever, and we are not going to go back in the future. However, studies show that video conferencing could be very exhausting. A professor in INSEAD said that video call requires more focus than face-to-face chat because we need to work harder to process nonverbal clues like facial expressions, the tone and pitch of voice, and body languages. Paying more attention to these consumes a lot of energy. You can imagine there's a lack of interactions between meeting attendees when they can only stare at a grid of faces on their screens. This is an unnatural way of communication for human beings. Solving these problems is the main motivation for my team to work on this project. I want to emphasize that Zoom actually has been praised by many people about their powerful infrastructure that can host meetings for more than 100 participants. But we see that the problems I mentioned in previous slide are worsened when it's a small group meeting which require more interactions and collaboration between participants. When we look into the market to find existing solutions for this problem, we found that all of them focus on providing a very fancy VR or AR experience for remote meetings. There are actually a few disadvantages of these solutions. First of all, obviously no one can see your face completely when you put on a VR or AR headset. This defeats our purpose to maintain the interactions between participants. That's why most of them are using 3D avatars in their solutions. And another disadvantage is that the number of users is limited because not everyone owns a VR or AR headset. Our solution leverages on the web VR technology to provide an immersive experience of remote meeting even without a VR or AR headset. We support any devices with a web browser and a camera. Actually, we also support most mainstream VR and AR headsets, but in fact, this is not recommended. This is a demo of our solution, a virtual room for meeting. Users can have a conversation, they can see each other's, they can share their computer screen, share any documents in the room, type messages to other, write on any objects in the room, be it virtual whiteboard or virtual post-it notes, show some 3D emojis, and even throw virtual objects to other people in the room. Here, I want to demonstrate a feature that we designed for a better meeting experience. The orientation of your viewpoint is adjusted automatically to the person who is actually speaking. That means you always face to the speaker in the room. Here is more demonstration of our solution. Here we use a computer vision algorithm called head pose estimation based on OpenCV, which is an open source library. It can detect the orientation of your face in front of the camera. We make use of this algorithm to adjust the orientation of your viewpoints in the virtual environment. This is some feature we found very useful when our team was testing out the experience of remote meeting in our virtual environment. Our business model is similar to most video conferencing platforms.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
It's free to use with a meeting duration limit of 30 minutes and some advanced feature not available to free users. We'll provide different tiers of monthly subscription price for individual users and enterprise. We plan to acquire new users through a mix of content marketing, press release, and referral programs. Our strategy to build entry barrier and keep user retent is through integration with different tools. We're a team of 4 from PolyU and CUHK. We have a diverse background from business, sales, design, engineering. In an uncertain times during pandemic, many people have been forced to adapt to different ways of work. That's why we truly believe that what we are doing could have great impact to the society. Imagine a future where remote meetings could be more productive and more fun. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So upcoming, we have another 5 minutes for Q&A sections.
Okay, hello. Actually, I have 3 questions. So one for Park C and another for finance. So I see you have a face recognition. So it's talk about you are collecting some face recognition related data. So how do you protect? How do you manage the data? And then the second question is, I think maybe the time limit. I didn't see the investment plan and then the expected return. So I want to know more about it. Thank you.
Yep. First of all, about the data that we collect, how we're going to protect it. Actually, the algorithm actually run on the client side, and we won't collect that video data on our platform. We definitely will collect some analytics data, but not the raw video data itself. And another question about the time limit.
No, the investment amount and the expected return.
Investment amount.
And expected return.
You mean our project to get the investment?
Yes, the amount you will invest for this project, and then your P&L, your target revenue.
Yep. We plan to launch by end of June and raise angel round for that. And for ourselves, the co-founder team, we only put some small amount, and we plan to actually raise funding for this project. And we expect a paying customer, the rate of paying customer would be around like 20% of the free users among the free users. So we expect to break even by end of December with a one more round of seed funding in mid of 2021.
Can you explain your target scenario of use of these solutions? Are you targeting in corporate or enterprise meeting scenario or educational scenario, or what sort of your target scenario?
Yep. It will be mainly for corporate to for meetings, but we like I mentioned in the business model slide, we'll also have another tier for individual users. So they could be the professionals like consultants or freelancer, which they require to, they need to meet their clients. They have to do a lot of meetings. And to answer your question, our solution is designed for a small group meeting. We found that in the market, there's actually a real market need for this solution. Popular video conferencing platforms like Zoom, they're powerful for a lot of meeting attendees, maybe a webinar or a presentation, that would be great. But in a small group meetings, say less than 10 person, we see that it requires more interaction between the attendees. And we found that many times we just stare at the screen with many faces looking at us, and there is actually no interaction between yourself and the attendees. That's why we designed this solution.
Well, can you give me some reason why people have to pay for your solution over Zoom or Teams? Because they already adopt maybe say a long time ago, and people already use it very familiar. So why you use your solution and pay for it?
Yep. First of all, more than 62% of the company actually use more than 3 video call platforms. So we don't see we are a direct replacement of Zoom or other video conferencing platforms. And also, that's why we are actually using a freemium model. They can try, and if they feel like we can actually deliver our value. They will start to pay for it, and we will have a meeting duration time limit for the free user, which is 30 minutes. We decide to be less than 40 minutes, less than Zoom, because we believe that a small group meeting, the duration tends to be shorter. That's why we decide for 30 minutes time limit.
Okay, thank you. Time is up as well. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
So can I have Idea Fund team please ready?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just give us 30 seconds.
Sure.
So Idea Fund team, once you're ready, you can start your presentation. You have 5 minutes to present and 5 minutes Q&A sessions.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Hey everybody at Techathon, I'm Andy Lau, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about our idea because I feel it has the possibility of bringing immense value to companies around the world, from startups to big corporations. So our idea's name is Idea Fund, and fun in Cantonese can mean fun hang or chou fun, accumulate points. And fun is also related to having fun, incentives and games. And all these describes our business in some way, which is to provide organizations a platform to incentivize customers to share insightful and useful feedback. So the problem now is that organizations don't know where they can improve or what's the most important issue that a customer faces. A business can only know so much about the positive or the negatives of the customer experience. The customer, on the other hand, is uniquely positioned to give the customer's perspective of what is working and what is not. The customer is the one who's using the products and services regularly over a long period of time, so has the insight to know how the business can make them be more satisfied and ultimately spend more. But the customer, however, has little or no motivation to tell the business because why bother? The customer won't get anything out of it. And even if the customer gives the feedback, there's no indication of whether or how the business will follow up with the feedback. The customer is therefore left dissatisfied about the situation, as she knows something could have been improved, but nothing can be done. And the business loses an insight and a customer forever without knowing what is lost and what could have been done to improve the business. So without a platform enabling customer feedback and incentivized, even the most ambitious business leaders in the fields are left wondering why they are not getting the customers they anticipate. So this is where Idea Fund comes in. It is a mobile-first platform where business can get authentic, insightful, and instantly useful feedback by offering incentives on the one hand and making the whole platform customer-centric. Incentives can be money or Idea Fund points or even coupons. And on the other hand, customer-centric means that it is customer-initiated mainly, and it has recognition and rewards to reward the customer. And it is kind of a partnership with the business rather than just getting survey results from customers. So it is very simple how Idea Fund works. Step one, customers submit feedback. Second, business see the feedback and can reward the feedback. And there's no step three. It is this simple because simplicity drives usage. The platform is simply a way for customers to submit insights and business to receive and reward those submissions. And incentives motivate the whole exchange. So we compete in the experience management market, which is management relating to the customer experience, and its addressable market is $60 billion US. And this number is based on an IPO filing just 2 weeks ago by one of our competitors, Qualtrics, which brings us to our competition. I'm sure you all have used an online survey tool at one time or many times before. And in some ways, we're similar to those survey making companies like Qualtrics, Typeform, and SurveyMonkey. But we're not just another survey tool that tells business whether someone will recommend the product or service to their friend or families, or asking how the customer what can be improved out of the blue when the customer is not using the product or service at the moment or at all. We enable businesses to incentivize customers sharing possible improvements or devastating hidden problems. And that is made possible by making the platform customer-centric. And finally, the simple mechanics of our platform makes it scalable compared to our competitors. And all these three elements are our secret sauce for generating feedback that's much more valuable and useful compared to the competitors. The way we make money is simple. It is by taking a commission out of the rewards businesses would pay to reward customers for the feedback.
We have 30 seconds left.
And our plan for getting customers is initially targeting tertiary students who are reasonably knowledgeable to give good insights to businesses. And they have a big social network which can promote usage. And I want to end by sharing a quote. Share your knowledge, it is a way to achieve immortality, by Dalai Lama. And I really hope that Idea Fund can help everyone share the knowledge and each contributing in making the world a better place.
Okay,
so thank you so much. Thank you.
So we have another 5 minutes for our panel to ask if any questions.
First question, can you show us again your team members?
Yes, here are our team members.
Okay, thank you.
So can you explain your approach on, because you have to engage two kinds of customer. One is the business side, one is the user side for the opinion sharing. So how you engage the business side for giving you for providing incentive to customer, and how you engage customer to use your application?
Yes. So you're talking about how to engage customer and business. And
how you use your application actually to be simple.
Do you mean how they use the application?
How to attract them to use it?
Okay, how to attract them to use. So as I said just now, we plan to focus on university students initially because they have good knowledge and they have good social network. And how to attract businesses when the students start using the Idea Fund platform, they submit the ideas to the business and business get notified and they use the app. And this is a cycle. More students or more customers use the platform, more business will get feedback. And if more businesses provide rewards to those feedback, and more customers will come into the app. So it's a cycle that is it's like a snowball and rolling to more and more and more customers. Thank you.
Okay,
I just got one question. So where are your incentives coming from?
So the incentives is provided by business, and as I elaborated just now, it can be money or it can be points or coupons. So the business look at the feedback, and then if the business thinks it is a very good insight, then they can just reward it, and they can use the platform to reward the customers.
And how do you evaluate the value of the feedback? Like you said, it's insightful and useful, but how do you measure it?
That is a very good question, and we have left that up to the business to decide. If they think the feedback is good, they can reward the feedback whatever amount they want. So they are in the driving seat of evaluating how good is the feedback.
Okay, I see your incentive is about money or reward point coupon. How do you deliver the money directly to the consumer? What's the mechanism?
So the actual mechanism is not fully detailed yet, but as we know, as smartphones nowadays can easily transfer money from one person to another, and there's also in-app purchases. So it is possible. We know that it is possible, but the actual mechanics we haven't found out. This is just the basic mechanism that we have come up with now.
From the legal perspective, for the money transfer, actually a lot of legal points we need to consider.
Yes, that is correct. And so we know it's possible, but you're right that we have to figure out these kind of points in how to make it possible. But it is an idea that I think That is very valuable.
So still, I don't understand how you attract the business you use your platform to collect the opinion. So why the business side need to rely on you for improving their business? Can you explain more?
Yes, because the platform motivates very insightful feedback. And this kind of valuable feedback, when the business see it, they will be attracted to use the platform because they get this idea that they have never seen before. They get this feedback that is very damaging, but now they know they can fix the thing immediately. So this is the platform that brings immense value to them. And that is what attracts the businesses.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Time is
Thank
also
you very much. Thank you very much.
Presentation.
Thank you.
Next team. So Bevo, if you're ready, you can start sharing your screen. We will let you know once you can start. Andy, maybe you have to stop sharing your screen.
Okay.
Hello, Andy.
Yes. Okay, find the button now. Thank you.
Hello, Bevo team.
Wait.
Okay, how may I address you? Hello, Bevo team. If you're ready, you can start. You have 5 minutes to present.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please start.
So hi everyone, I'm Hugo from Bethel X. Just like typical Hong Kong people, I love to try different drinks in tea shops. I used to drink a lot, but now after I started working, I just can't afford half an hour waiting just for a drink. The long queues are really discouraging. So I have a closer look, but surprisingly, the staff are actually working very busily. They're spending most of the time on pouring, shaking, mixing the beverages all the time. But why? Why would we waste the labor on just repetitive work? So I did some researches, and the results are stunning. Actually, in just 1 year, 400,000 of hours are wasted on pouring and shaking only, which means $85 million are used on these processes every year. What's more, some study reviews that 90% of the staff actually suffering from muscle pain with these processes. So I think there must be some solution. Back in my workplace, which is a factory, the repetitive processes usually are optimized by robots and automation systems. So I think this might be the solution. And that was why I founded BevelX with my partner, Timothy. We aim at not just solving the problem, but also revolutionize beverage production, as well as creating new possibilities for future beverages. In a solution, which is a compact robotic system, which has a size similar to some coffee machines. In the system, there is a shaker at the center, surrounded by 8 modules, which can be different functions, like dispensing, layering, sorting, combination, or even latte art and modeling. And in the operation, you just need to place the cup, then select the recipe and drinks from the menu, and the machine will just do the work. With our machine, beverage shops can enjoy high efficiency, and also to reduce the fatigue of labors through the automation. Also, the machine can adapt to different recipes and menus because of the modular design. Comparing our solution with existing machines, we have advantages, especially on a high diversity of features, high efficiency, and high flexibility. Our footprint is reasonable, which can fit into the beverage shops. The market is big and it is growing, has been growing through the last decades. and not just in Hong Kong, but also the whole Asia Pacific region. And this is how our business works. We act as a platform facilitating between ingredient suppliers and beverage shops. And we keep on improving our system based on the feedback from sales and consumers. This is our team. Timothy will be responsible for technology development and prototyping, and I will ensure it to be a manufacturable product. Meanwhile, we will keep on seeking for marketing and technical advisors from our consulting team. And in the last few months, we have been working on market researches and ideation. We have already achieved the main features, such as shaking, swirling, and dispensing. And we are heading to pilot testing after completing the remaining subsystem required. So join us. Together we can create a new generation of beverages. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. 5 minutes for Q&A seconds.
Okay. So the first question is, what's the production cost of your machine? And then, are you going to rent the machine to the restaurant, or you sell the machine directly to the restaurant? So 2 questions.
Okay, so the manufacturing cost will depends on the design, and actually in the basic standard version, we will have the dispensing of milk, tea, and syrup and cheese mainly. And upon the demand, if the customers require some new features like on bubble tea or pearls, then we will add the modules and providing engineering services to them.
So what is your estimate of pricing?
Estimate of pricing would be around 40,000 per machine. And it is based on taking reference to existing solutions and comparing with the capabilities of our machine. Yes.
Or US dollar?
In Hong Kong dollars.
So what beverage which kind of beverage you firstly would like to do in your prototype?
Okay, so first of all, we will start with the basic tea drinks, which we will add the flavor like with different syrups and along with cheese or light cheese, and of course, other than tea, we can have the simple milk tea with some toppings, and that's our first focus, our first basic version. And after that, we will, according to the market needs and some feedback from our customers, and we will develop the other modules based on their needs.
You said you will work with some ingredient supplier. Do you have any supplier in mind that you think you want to work with them, or are they actually the supplier actually the party to pay for the machine instead of the restaurant?
Okay, so actually the ingredient suppliers means that we will focus on the original suppliers of the beverage shops. We won't like to disrupt them, but we will support it because based on our machine, we have some requirements, such as, for example, some physical properties of the ingredients, like viscosity of the syrups or something like that, and we will communicate with the suppliers to make sure it works on our machine, and at the same time we can achieve what the recipe from the beverage shop want to do, the drinks they want, the taste, the quality they want to have in the drinks.
Do you have any competitors in the market so far? Did you check?
Okay. So actually, I just so there is some similar solution, but actually they're not direct competitor because our features are very broad, and none of them, or very few of them, are doing the shaking. And even they are doing the shaking, like RoboT, they are spending the cost, the initial cost, and also the maintenance cost is really high as compared to our targets. And yeah, it's very significant, and therefore we are doing a sort of cost-efficient, cost-effective, but with enough high large of diversity of features, as well as the flexibility to switch different functions based on the needs.
Okay, time is almost up. Thank you for your presentations.
Thank you.
You can stop sharing your screen. Thank you, Hugo.
Thank you.
So next team, Eunice, will you please be ready?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, Eunice. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
You can start share your screen and be ready. Okay, you have 5 minutes to present and 5 minutes Q&A section. Once you're ready, you may start now.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are Food Square. I'm Eunice, and I'm in charge of the business part, while my partner, Brian, will be responsible for the technology. Our team is going to use AI food recognition technology to reduce food waste. I like avocado. You can tell from our icon. But I have a love-hate relationship with avocado because it's so hard to choose the right time to eat it. And so do all other customers that cannot predict the mature time of the vegetables and fruits. Food pricing becomes very sensitive. If the food providers could not sell them, they will quickly turn to trash. In the US, there are 60 million tons of food that worth $160 billion were thrown every year. Imagine if these unsold goods were not thrown, how much more can the food providers earn? Unsold food were not just a loss, it's also a waste to the environment. There are more than 80 tons of food waste disposed every day in Hong Kong. 29 tons of them are actually still edible. Among them, 47% was vegetables, some still fresh and with its packaging intact. That's why Food Square is here to turn the table around by using our own AI food recognition to predict the expiry date. The software that we are going to use is Core ML and Vision Framework. Apple has released those frameworks that enable trained machine learning model to be implemented in all Apple devices. After the model is being trained, Core ML can then act as the bridge to applications. The framework reduces the implementation complexity, makes a short development possible. Here is the prototype of our software. When it recognizes a food, a square will appear around the food, and the app will show the type of food and the estimated consumption date from your image and videos. We purposely use confidence percentage to show the highest possible ready-to-eat date instead of a range of dates in order to be more precise. We hope to bring a big impact to the society, especially the 3 stakeholders we mentioned just now. Customers can have a wider range of choice with more purchasing information. They can choose ready-to-eat food for immediate consumption or blemished edible food for a better deal. Food providers can exploit information to add value to their products so as to marginalize the goods and increase revenue by 20% and reduce the inventory. In the long term, we hope to reduce fruit and vegetable food waste by 30% of the total. We adopt a B2B business model and would like to look for different parties and business clients to purchase our service. We will customize a machine learning model just for their own vegetables and fruits because we understand the source of goods, delivery method, and company pricing policy are the variables to the model which every company can be different. We can achieve the price optimization according to the mature date and the company's policy. Clients will pay us an amount of money, mainly for the machine learning and app development costs. One good thing about the B2B model is that we can omit the cost of data mining, which could soar up to $70,000 for 100,000 sample data sets, because it will be directly from our business clients, although we will still charge for a data processing service. After we are more experienced in developing the model, there's also chances for us to go for a B2C model. We also offer free basic maintenance cost and some extra cost to train the machine learning model after development in order to be even more accurate and precise. Lastly, we have a brief information of our revenue model. We target to have a few projects conducted simultaneously. So on average, we will need 1 month for data processing and average of 1.5 months for both machine learning and app development. The company need to pay for the cost of research, that is the labor cost, the production, and also the business development cost. Our profit will be 30% of the revenue. That's all for today. Here's our team's background, and we have a very diverse expertise, and most importantly, the passion to achieve the goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So our panel, please, we move on to Q&A section.
Can you explain more how the food supplier actually can be benefit from identifying the food, whether they are good for use or mature, will soon be expired, how they can actually reduce the waste?
Okay, let me go back to this one. For the short term side, they can first, if maybe they over purchase, so some of the food were not sold at the right time. So before they completely turn to unedible, they can lower the price, which actually before they can only throw away because they have new products coming. And also the ready to eat food is actually priced more than the actual food. For example, for avocado, in this case, if you label the avocado as ready to eat for today, it will actually cost more than the actual than a typical avocado in the market. So first, the information can increase the price because the customers gain more knowledge. They don't have to wait. They know they can directly eat it, and it's confident that they will eat a good quality food. And in the long term, they will understand that maybe this product, they don't have to order that much when they know the food, when will they expire. So they can reduce their inventory, and they can save the cost for inventory, and also they can marginalize the food that is not in the good condition like before, because people can choose from, maybe they give a big basket with all the foods in the same area. So the customers, of course, they will choose the best one. So if we separate it back, then people can choose their own one with their own budget. Yeah.
So actually, I would like to interest to know how to actually use your product, because I imagine I'm the fruit supplier. I'm selling the fruits like apple, banana. Do I need my staff to scan it one by one or of the fruits?
We use this software that we can move our machine learning model to an Apple apps. So as long as they have an Apple device, they can use it to scan the food. And we think that at the first stage, like when we develop, of course, we need to take pictures of every fruit in order to build a bigger data set. But after the model is more comprehensive and mature, then they can just scan maybe 5 samples out of that batch to estimate the expiry date of that section. So they don't have to scan all of them. Because we think they have the same condition, like the delivery and also the source. So they don't have to scan all of the food in order to get the expiry date of all.
Okay, I understand. So I still my staff have to use their iPhone to scan it one by one. Am I correct?
Sorry, I can't hear.
So still my staff need to use my iPhone to scan the fruits one by one.
Scan some samples.
Because you are using the AI for the picture recognition. I understand your technology.
Yes.
So in operation side, I'm more concerned how many staff or how many manpower I have to use it.
Well, I think it's quite hard to estimate because it depends on how many types of food they have. So,
how many type of food do you plan for your application, the technology? How many type of food?
What food you are going to start with?
Oh, actually, this technology is actually my partner Brian's final year project, and he's ongoing doing the research on banana and avocado, because like banana, you can see the pattern is very very obvious. Like when it's going to get going to rotten, then there are more black dots. So we think this type of fruit is more.
Time is up now. Thank you for your presentation.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
you may thank you for your presentation. You may stop sharing your screen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, may I have the next team, Jason Jan, from XMPAL. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Jason, please be ready.
Sure.
Okay, Jason.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your
Yep.
screen.
Great.
So once you're ready, you may start anytime now.
All right, I'm ready. All right.
Yes, okay.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, sorry. Yeah, so we're ExamPal, and we're a one-stop platform for effective revision. So first, imagine you're a parent of a primary student. After a day of work, you're very tired, you have to cook dinner, and then you still have to follow up with the revision progress. So here's how, like, Asian parents like to give their kids to do revision exercises or additional supplementary exercises after school. But there are a lot of process that's not very convenient and not very effective. Firstly, they need to find an authoritative publisher, and then they need to search for the right exercise book in terms of difficulty and the syllabus. And then they need to monitor them to complete the exercise and guide them. Afterwards, they need to help them to check the answers. They have to help them to revise the difficult questions again, because kids tend to forget after some time. And then they also need to review the results, whether they have been improving after some time or not. So how can we make these more simple and better? What if there are quality exercise by veteran day school teachers who they already know a lot about the exam models and how to set the questions? The exercises are sorted by topics and in different difficulties for them to choose. The parents can set some task for their children. Let's say today you need to finish 3 pages of exercises and review the daily progress. And also they can have answers checked automatically. After knowing which questions they did wrong, we can suggest them similar questions for revision and also compile a list of all the questions that they made mistakes before. Last but not least, we can also track the daily performance so that we know whether your children is shirking or they have been going to play video games. So let's take a look at our competitors. In terms of convenience and customization, we have identified 3 groups of competitors. The first one is existing hard copy exercise books. However, each copy is fixed, the questions and the difficulties are fixed, so it's not really customizable and personalized. And it's also not convenient, as mentioned. We also get online exercises. However, they only stop when we automatically check the answers. There's no any insight for them on how to improve, where they're weak at, etc. Also, there are online classes. However, it's more on the learning side instead of the revision and practice side. And we, ExamPal, hope to fill this market gap. There's also a competitor called Bondline by Bacon College. However, they are targeted at DSC students, and also they don't have much insights as we do. So what exactly is our insights? Let me show you the customer journey here. So you can see our layout. This is the website's prototype. And in the dashboard here, you can search for the topics you want to revise. And you can also set the time for, I want to study for 15 minutes today. and just click get started and will automatically generate a suitable list of exercises for you. This is a task where you can see the assigned exercise you need to do today. And you can type in the answers. But some students, they like to write, right? Because the traditional exams are using a pen to write. So if they're using an iPad, they can also use our handwriting recognition here so we can detect the answers. The answers are automatically checked here as seen. And when you press the review tab, you can see all the questions that you have done wrong, and you can redo it for consolidation. You can also practice similar questions.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
And then here's the result slip, where we give the most important insights to the students and parents so they know how to work smart. For example, we can see the accuracy per topic, so we can know which part they're weak at. We can also see the overall ranking among other students, so we can compare and they can know their level. We can also monitor the progress trend, which is an algorithm in terms of the accuracy and its time spent on each question. We can also track the daily progress here. We tend to use different technologies, including predictive analytics, segmentation, and also collaborative filtering to aid them in working smart. Here is our implementation timeline, where we try to use maths as a starting point because the answers are more straightforward, and we're targeting primary students. But eventually, we aim at expanding it to also secondary students and also all the subjects that they need to take in the exams.
Thank you, Jason. Time's up.
Can you show us a slide of your team member, please?
Sure, team members, right? Here's our team capability. So we have the business development team, we have someone with financials, and also information technology for developing all the programmings and websites and algorithms.
Thank you. So you mentioned you have 5,000 questions in the beta stage. So who provided content to you? So this is the first content. And then the second content, the second question is about the pricing model. What is the pricing model?
Yeah. So firstly, in the very first stage, we aim to have a base question of 5,000 questions so that we can carry out some beta testing by choosing some targeted groups to try out and receive feedback so we can use the agile method to improve our prototype. And during the second stage, we aim to accumulate up to 25,000 questions so that we can eventually launch it to everyone. And for the business model, we're planning to use subscription model. So it's something similar to Netflix where they can subscribe monthly around like $50 per month, and they can access all the exercises. But in the very initial stage, for example, in the beta testing stage where we want to increase their awareness on we have this platform, we include a 1 month free trial for them in order to acquire our first customer base.
Okay, so which party provide the content to you, the teachers and then the education center or the publisher?
We're collaborating with day school teachers, the veteran ones who have a lot of experience in setting exam papers in their day schools, and they can help us. We will hire them one-off, and they can set some questions for us.
So the pricing model, can you share more about the pricing model, like how much long, and then your target audience should be individual student, family, or school. So
okay, so our target audience would be solely the students or their parents. If they're primary students, their parents need to pay. So yeah, it's an individual instead of school. And here you can see like this is our cost breakdown. And yeah, we need website development, business registration, marketing costs, and content creation, which is one of the major costs. And yeah, here is our financial prediction forecasts. And yeah, and you can also see our assumptions here.
how much for subscription fee?
So for subscription, it would be $50 per month.
Hong Kong dollar. Is it Hong Kong dollar?
Yeah, Hong Kong dollar. this would also be for the first few years. And if we can, like, we'll adjust the price according to the popularity and also the actual situations on the number of users.
You mentioned about setting questions. I doubt whether or not it is enough for one teacher to set 5,000 questions to start, and then eventually you need 25,000 questions. Second question actually is about benchmarking. Do you have any plan that how many students actually will try to use your system so that you can benchmark whether they are weak or strong in a particular subject or topic of the subject of the curriculum, because from there, otherwise you cannot do your dashboarding.
Yeah. So firstly, for the benchmarking, we'll be assigning each question to a particular topic. So let's say we're trying to test them this area of their ability and knowledge. So we'll use.
Where do you recruit students, or how many students that you plan to recruit to do this benchmarking?
We plan to recruit some teachers in testing themselves and also university tutors who have experience in private tuition. And we plan to have around 500 students in testing. So, yeah. Sorry, what was the second question?
I think we have the time is up now. So thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And, hi, we have another Jason Lau from St. Matthew's.
Yeah, it's Matthew's. So.
Matthew. All right, so please start to share your screen.
Okay. Yeah, so I can start now.
Yeah. Okay, you may start now.
Yeah. We are Smarty, and our mission is innovating millennium parenting, motivating children in a digital approach. Like a thousand ago, we just like using the same method to raise up our kids or like educate our kid, but we want to change it. We find a lot of parents, they don't have efficient tools to motivate their children. They can't visualize what is their performance. So it's like a waterfall project management model. Like the parent, they set up a really big picture or bulky project model for their kid. So they're using the same way for the whole semester, like monitor the final exam result, but they can't just like the agile model to review every step, to define every goals on the way. So we want to like make our solution like an app to monitor every track record and performance of the kids. On the other hand, like the generation that they spend more and more time on mobile phone. So the relationship and the time between their parent and children become like the distance become wider and wider. So we want to make them like closer to shorten their distance. On the other hand, the generations that they love the digital communication tools. You can see that the people right now, they use Snapchat, WhatsApp, Instagram, but it's only for friends or community. They don't have any tools for their family, specific for family. Is a very important relationship in the world. So we want to make a solution for them, and the millennial parent, they can use the innovative or digital way to communicate or interact with their kids. And our solution is like that. The parent, they can set a series of compulsory optional tasks in the app. So for example, the parent, they can set like the English dictation exam, they have to score 80% or score in the dictation. Also, they attend the class or do the laundry or handing the homework. Everything's count, and even the minor milestone is counts on the kid credits. So they the parent, they can set up the rewards like 20 Smarties credit on the English dictation, or the 20 credit like they can redeem it into the iPhone, maybe Apple Watch. So it's a really free model. The parent, they can set up everything they want. Also, they have the dashboard to monitor the performance, to plan or to put on resources according to the kids' performance. On the the other hand, the kids, they can select the task from the to-do list. So the kids, they can select their maybe optional tasks, such as handing the homework, or they can upload the photo about their score in the dictation, so that they can earn the credit and redeem the credit into the gift they want. And on the other hand, the kids, they can visualize their performance or their reward. So it's another method we motivate the kid, just like the dashboard on the right-hand side. You can see the ratio, the time they spend, or the credit they earn from exam or sport. So this kind of good idea and solution, we think there's lots of chance to commercialize it. For example, like the millennium parenting market, also the social commerce market is like 130 billion US dollar nowadays. And we believe the penetration rate is at least 3x, because when the father and done it, the mother and children, they will follow the same action. So our portal is like a B2C business model. The parent, they can subscribe the premium function in our app. Also, they can choose pick up the gift they want in our marketplace with the better discount. Also, we use the free usage model to attract the traffic and their lifetime value. So lastly, I think our team have some advantage because we work in startup before, and we are the ex-college. Also, we have some product development experience together before. And we have business professional, we have product UX UI professional, also tech guys. So we believe we can deliver the project and product. Also, we think we understand the cycle of startups, so it's our advantage. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason. So move on to our Q&A sections.
How do you make money?
How do we make money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, we believe at the beginning we don't earn money, because we believe like the free usage model can attract a lot or accumulate a lot of customers first, and then we can focus on how to develop the design, UX, UI, and the product. But after accumulate like maybe 100 customer or the active user, then we can say we validate the idea. So we will put on some gift on the marketplace, and we will share the commission for the item they purchase.
So how you actually, can you say more how you attract the parents to use your apps with their children?
It show you the app demo, right?
No. How you attract? How you convince the parents and their kids?
Okay, my partner will explain.
Hello, my name is Corby, and I believe that we can attract the parents by, first of all, providing an MPV model. So we're going to make a very simple website or app, and then they're going to have the chance to, we're going to market it through social media or different modern platforms with a relatively low cost, and then they can try to use a model. They can also subscribe to newsletters and everything, and by that we can see if our product is popular in the market. And also, while they are using it in the first experience, they can provide us with a lot of different feedbacks and comments, and we can update our products according to their comments. And also by them using it and by us improving our model, they can spread the words among the parenting community.
Yeah.
So I think your app, your technology is very mission oriented. So in case we need to set some tasks, and then the children is looking for reward, incentive, will it betray the relationship between the parent and the children?
That's a very good question. We actually have thought about it before, but we believe that everyone requires some motivation to complete the task, and that does not exclude children, right? For example, you go to work for, first of all, salary and also validation, and it's the same for children. And I believe that delivering a wrong value or not, that is totally dependent on how the parents utilize the app. Just like some other startup apps like Tinder, some people can match people for us for some very bad reasons. For example, manipulating people's emotions or scamming people for money and stuff like that. And I believe that in our products, we have an advantage that we can set different rewards for the kids. For example, the parents can utilize it in a way that can deliver a message to a student that what is a duty and what is something that extra, so they earn the reward. For example, if the duty for the kids is to, for example, wash the dishes, and the parents could limit that to like no reward. So the kids would know that is something that he or she has to do. But for something extra, for example, winning some extraordinary award, the parents could give the kids more credit or even enough that they can exchange it with some gift that they want. And I believe in a way, this is actually kind of setting a good value for children.
Guys, quickly, I want to ask, do you think that parents fail to ask children to do something because of lack of incentive or other reasons?
I believe that they fail because of a few reasons. First is miscommunication. For example, if our parents told the kids to do something in the morning and they could often like forget, or like some words could be lost in translation, but through our products, it can be clearly visualized in the app. So there's no miscommunication. There's clearly points to points at what they have to do and what the reward would be. And second of all, I believe that the lack of motivation is one of the reasons as well, because some of the time.
Sorry, I have to stop now. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Hi, may I have Chu King Wai? Are you here? And then you are team Nutrare.
Yeah.
Nutrare. So please share your screen and get prepared. Okay, once you're ready, please start. You have 5 minutes to present.
Hi, we're Nutrare, and we're here to make a basic fridge into a real smart fridge with just a small budget. Every year, an estimated 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted globally, which is 1/3 of the food produced for human consumption. And that's a serious food waste issue that we absolutely need a change. And in fact, overstocking is a common problem in some families. So people would just forget what they bought and just keep buying more. In addition, a bunch of news has revealed that fridges may contaminate by bacteria and viruses, which is definitely dangerous. So our team believes that a super smart fridge could solve this problem. Well, currently the existing smart fridges are not that smart enough because the users had to input the expiry dates one by one, which is relatively tedious and inconvenient to use. Also, there is no prediction for expiry dates for non-packaged food. Even with the gas sensors in their fridges, they are unable to locate rotten food. But with our camera, you can certainly achieve real-time food monitoring and nutrition analysis under the machine learning. And this is our product overview. We will provide a new camera which includes UV sanitization, hyperspectral imaging technique, and a smart application. And this tiny portable device can be used in many places. So when you go shopping, you will attach that camera to your phone and scan the food in seconds just to find out the best one. And when you go back home, the camera can provide the internal view through running a flexible track that fits any size of the track of the fridge, just like the right-hand side animation. And note that every chemical from food, it has its own spectrum, just like our fingerprints. So by detecting this spectrum, the system could easily identify the components and thereby determining the food details with the help of image recognition. What's more, it could even detect and locate the pathogens like bacteria and even viruses like COVID-19. So When the amount of harmful substances exceeds the safety level given by the FDA, alert notification will initiate. And since our real-time AI will predict the expiry date based on the chemical analysis. Moreover, our app will offer monitoring reports for users to supervise their consumption habits. And what's more, our UVC light source could sanitize the fridge and therefore prolong the shelf life of the food. So while our technical aspect may amaze you, but what's equally impressive is the market potential. So let me ask a simple question. Who doesn't have a fridge in their home? Like literally no one, right? Refrigeration is very essential for modern living, and it has a huge market size that predict to double in 2025 for both common fridge and smart fridge. And currently, the SWIR cameras are generally used in laboratories, which are too expensive and unaffordable for the general public. So comparing to them, we would sell our products at a much cheaper price at 900 Hong Kong dollars to achieve a higher cost performance ratio. And as I mentioned, our camera has the advantage that automates all the process, unlike our competitors. So this is our business model. We will first form partnership with different companies to compose our camera. And we will collaborate with a startup called TriEye because they can produce the cameras at 1,000 times cheaper than the marketplace. And components will undergo the quality assurance before the product development, followed by manufacturing with quality. Then we will apply several marketing strategies to facilitate the product sales. And our financial experts will summarize our annual business performance. Well, of course, we will provide some customer services, including logistics, inquiry, and maintenance. So the feedback received from customers will be used for future improvement. And we have a set of milestones to allocate our jobs in the next 2 years. So this is our loss statement. Here's a quick summary of our financial analysis. We aimed for 700,000 as our first year net profit and 18 million in 2 years later. And we aim to attract around 5,000 customers at the very beginning and a 6-time growth later on. Last but not least, to reiterate our goal, we aim for food safety and food waste reduction. And in 5 years, we plan to expand our business to food ordering services. And we will collaborate with Food Bank to provide a platform for users to share their overstock food in exchange for free coupons and delivery services, which is with a quality accreditation given by us. Once again, we're nurturing and we need your support. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's see if any question from our panel.
Can you tell us more about your team and how confident you think you can perform this?
So this is our team, our CEO in the middle. He has 3 years of
Yeah, hi, I'm CEO from this Futureway. I have in our team, we all have a very deep research experience. For example, me, I have 3 years optical microscopy experience and also machine learning and chemical research, conservation, and also hyperspectral microscopy. And for other people in our team, we also have 3 people know AI, and also around 4 people know chemistry and biotechnology.
It looks like you don't have anyone in manufacturing and the hardware design or something like that related to
hardware.
Hardware design, actually, because we have mentioned that we will collaborate with some companies, and we have our first product idea, and I think that later on we can find like TriEye, the startup we just mentioned, they will have the idea of how to make the final product design for our camera, and we'll just adjust it and later on.
So for the hardware company working, I understand that they're providing the camera module to you. But in my understanding from your presentation, you have to install into the fridge with some auto route throughout the fridge and also the scanning. So this kind of hardware, which will do it in your team or also outsourced to some others, it seems to me that your team competence is only on the software.
Actually, we will find manufacturing not by our company, but then all the product design and the technique will be provided by us.
So another question, what is your target customer? Is it the consumer or the fridge maker like LG, Samsung, something like that?
So we will have our business model in a B2C. So it's the customer that we aim like normal housewives or every, we just want to make it domestic, like every home, because our goal is to make every simple fridge of any sizes to make it into a smart fridge, just like the LGs and Samsungs, to beat our competitors. And this is our ultimate goal.
But actually, you can't compare with them because they're the fridge maker.
Yeah, but our
so they should be, you should not identify them as a competitor.
Yeah, I think you should like collaborate with them. Yeah, as a partner.
Yeah.
Working
We could take that into consideration, and also because in early stages we cannot maybe really to approach these big competitors because they also have their line of so-called smart refrigerators, and they may have similar techniques, but then we are more, we just want to make ourselves to be more unique and just do not want our technique to be have our own copyright.
Maybe it's a comment, but just again, it's about your customer. Whether or not it is should be end user as a customer or some food manufacturer or food retailers, they have a big fridge that they store a lot of food that will be your customer and easier for you to enter the market.
So I think we will aim at both, but manufacturing food manufacturer.
Everybody's fridge.
Because originally there is a technique with a very large scale machine that is similar to us, that is used in so many food manufacturing companies, and they will just use it as a checking of quality assurance. But then what our goal is just to make that scale of machine to become a smaller scale, which can be affordable, and the size matches our own fridge at home. And of course, we will maybe expand our business in the further maybe 5 years to maybe like restaurants, to make sure their fridge is clean enough and safe. They provide the best food for the customers.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so I think that's all the questions from our panels. Thank you for your presentation today.
Thank you.
Thank you. So may I have the next team ready, which is the team makers. Team makers, are you here? Hi, team makers. Our judges are back. Are you ready? Hello.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. You guys are here, right? Okay. Hi, Adrian. Once you're ready, please start your presentations. You have 5 minutes to present.
Testing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are the makers. Our team is aiming to build the first maker education platform in Hong Kong, a platform that helps our new generation physicalize their creativity and imagination with the provision of STEM education teaching. Makerspace, which is how we called our education center, is a place full of futurism, hopes, and creativity. And today, we are excited to welcome all of you to be the guests of our Makerspace and introduce our assistant robot, AI Jarvis. We are inspired by the recent development of the new generation technology, from automation to AI technology, that are sweeping the world in a tide. In order to nurture our new generation to become more dynamic, in the meantime, the Hong Kong government has been advocating STEM education over the last 5 years. Since the traditional education system in Hong Kong requires students to passively listen to the teachers and learn, there are limited opportunities for students to physicalize their creativity and make some real things from their hands. That's how our idea originated. Why don't we combine the idea into one education center, the Makerspace? The AI Jarvis is the spirit, a teaching assistant, and a good helper in the Makerspace. Other than a normal education center, Our makerspace system consists of some robots and also a data analysis platform. The robots have equipped the speech recognition system, which the system performs speech to test via service provided by SaaS providers. For example, Google recognition and chatbot to reply questions related to STEM and about the course information, etc. Also, we will apply facial recognition into the robots, which means every student has their own profile, which can store their learning history for us to analyze so that their parents will know their kids better. Facial recognition can also be applied to some administrative works as well. For example, as an extra security when students pay tuition via e-payment. For the online process platform itself, we mainly focus on big data analytics. We collect and analyze the learning data and behavioral data of the students. With the help of natural language processing, it can also create a more accurate reply system to fit the children's need. Let's move on to the application part. We believe in the following 10 years, apart from 5G and artificial intelligence, terms we have been familiarized with, Internet of Things will be the next game changer, especially in smart home systems. There have been more and more applications of IoT in smart home planning. For example, we can now use our smartphone to turn on television before actually arriving home. Such trend can indeed be modified and then transformed into the education industry. For example, our AI Javas, with the combination of machine learning, AI, and IoT, can provide instant feedback and suggestions to students, especially in coding-wise and math-wise questions. We have been planning to develop our own automatic grading system that allows AI Javas to provide customized feedback to students' coding assignments, such as detecting syntax and logic errors, etc. Meanwhile, feedback, including analysis of the strengths and weaknesses of students generalized from big data analysis and machine learning, will be given to students for evaluation and improvements, further enhancing the learning effectiveness. Last but not least, a learning portfolio is created for every student, recording their strengths and weaknesses such that parents know better of the progress of their children's learning and modify strategies. Some courses in our makerspace will be automatically and surely recommended to students as well. Apart from teaching, AI Javas can be a good assistant in administration as well. It can help finish miscellaneous works such as collecting tuition fees, taking attendance, lowering aircon temperatures, etc. For example, imagine a student feels cold in the center. He can simply wave at AI Javas and ask Javas to adjust the temperature. Javas can also apply face identification to finish attendance taking within seconds, greatly saving the admin time before lesson commencement and operation cost, while building up a futuristic reputation of the makerspace. As for the advantages of using Javas, it's clear that things will be automated and tremendous admin and operation costs can be saved every year. And here are the team members of our team so far, with different people coming across different backgrounds and universities, from business to engineering to computer science. We've also have professors and graduates to join our team as well. And that almost comes to the end of our presentation. Please feel free to raise your questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Adrian.
So I think it's a very powerful technology. So, can you tell more about your go-to-market strategy and then the revenue model?
Sorry, what kind of strategy? Pardon?
Go-to-market strategy.
Marketing
strategy, and then the revenue model, revenue forecast.
Yes, sure. For the marketing strategy, because we have short run and a long run strategy currently, for the short run, we aim to, in the following 6 months, we are going to do some market research and analysis first with the cooperation with some entrepreneurship center in HKUST. After that, first, our target customers in a very short run will be some maybe higher social status parents in Hong Kong, especially those students from some famous primary schools in Hong Kong. Not because we want to make a profit, but because we believe that they have a bigger impact in telling other parents to join our business so that our business won't be collapsed easily in the early stage of development. So this is mainly the first market strategy. And the second strategy is by using the reputation of our university name, and some of the members in our team are from different very prestigious universities, such as maybe Oxford, and some professors in our team. We want to use their reputation to attract more students to join our project and our courses at the early stage. So that's more or less the short-run market strategy. And in the long run, of course, we want to collaborate with the government so that our courses can be implemented to every campus in Hong Kong, such that it can be popularized. As we mentioned, we want to be the game changer in reshaping the current education system in Hong Kong.
And the revenue model?
The revenue model, so basically we have a project-based revenue model. So we have different courses. For example, let me give you an example that we have analyzed in the past 3 months, which is a project about building a robot, building a electric car. And in this project, we charge every student 4,000 HKD dollars. And for that dollars, we will provide them the maybe 3D printers that they may needed, the requirement, and for the teachers that can assist them during the whole project. And they can raise any questions they want at any time. And we will also provide them the materials that they need to learn, such as the electricity and the campus, and also the location, etc. So we will charge around $4,000 for every student in order to break even our cost.
So now I understand that you are offering courses. Do you have actually more concrete courses offering?
Now we are planning, and we have designed 2 courses. One is, as we mentioned, our courses are mostly project-based. And one of the courses is to teach the primary students to how to build an electric car. And they can, so perhaps in the first few lessons, we will teach them how to make some like prototype and graph designing. And after that, they can use their own imagination and creativity to design their own cars in a group. And along the journey, we will assist them and teach them maybe some of their ideas might not be feasible to be executed. And we will assist them some scientific knowledge. For example, we can teach them, we can use a good electric conductor such as wire, iron, and metal to build a car in order to facilitate the running, etc. So that's more or less the planning of our project-based courses.
So may I double confirm with you, what is your target level of the students? Is it in primary school or secondary school?
At first, we mainly want to target at primary school students first, because it might be more challenging to target at secondary school students, because they are getting more emphasizing on their school and academic work. So we want to target at primary school students first.
Are you offering this course online or face-to-face or other form?
We would like to offer it in our makerspace, which is a physical place instead of an online platform.
Okay, I think that's all for our questions from panels. Thank you very much, Adrian.
Thank
you. Hello, can we start now?
Okay, just give a second, please. You are Team Thor, and your name is?
Thor. Liu Muyuan. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yes, you can start anytime. We are ready.
Okay.
Sorry.
Morning.
Sorry, just a second, please.
Sorry.
Did you change your name or?
No, I haven't changed my name. Is there any problem?
Okay. No worries.
Okay.
Because you are Team 4, but your team name is Team 4, right? THOR, but you're presenting your startup name is Force. Okay.
That's our product name.
Yeah, it's our product name. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, you can start now.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Thor from HKST. Without further ado, let's meet our product, Favors. Favors is a platform which connects the demand and supply for errand running on campus. Students can choose to send out requests or take requests in the application. 3 categories of requests are processed on the platform, namely bringing a meal from canteens, fetching an express package, and purchasing small products like bubble tea off campus. Favors adopts a points-based system. Points can be converted from cash or to cash. Users earn points when finishing requests and spend points on sending out the requests. We also incorporate an in-app payment system, location sharing system, and user-to-user messaging to ensure transactions efficiency and improve user experience. We have conducted a survey among students. Based on the results, we plan to offer the service to Hong Kong University students at the current stage. Having a packed schedule, most of them are willing to pay others to run errands for them. Meanwhile, they are also willing to offer others help in their spare time. The diversity among university student groups increases the cost of communication between individuals. Favors will help balance the demand and supply and establish a university-wide network. Moreover, the group is well educated, hence there might be fewer malicious requests. In Hong Kong, for the time being, errand running service is barely provided. Note that applications such as Foodpanda mainly focus on food ordering, while our application responds to more diversified requests. Moreover, currently our platform only serves university students and thus features more tailored functions. Meanwhile, similar services are becoming common overseas. TestRabbit, as a typical app, now operates across countries. In mainland China, there are specialized groups like Shansong and also comprehensive platforms like Meituan. We are convinced that an errand run service is much needed while insufficiently provided in Hong Kong at the present, and launching such service should be a feasible idea. Now, you know how our app works and its target market. Let's see how it makes profits. Our main revenue stream is the commission fee charged in each transaction, with a rate between 10% to 20%. Besides that, we are also planning to establish partnerships with local restaurants and shops. For each order placed through the link on Favors, they pay us a commission. We might also attract local tutoring and job-seeking agencies to play ads on our page if we have enough users. This is our rough estimation of the cash flow, and we are going to make ends meet in the 5th year. Regarding the marketing strategy, we consider the word-of-mouth promotion between students as the way to open up our application's popularity. Not only that, we will cooperate with university entrepreneur centers to promote our ideas. Also, as mentioned before, we will collaborate with local restaurants or shops within a 15-minute walk. By negotiating for special discounts and placing them on the homepage, we hope to achieve a win-win situation. Meanwhile, we would create an official account on Instagram and Facebook to call for more attention. Users can earn a reward for sharing when they share the link of completed task on these social platforms. Furthermore, we plan to invite university student influencers to try out our functions and share their experience by making YouTube videos to expand our user base. Finally, the development of Favors will be divided into 3 stages. In the startup stage, our primary users are college students, and the product delivered will mostly be from school canteens or shops close to campus. Next, in the growth phase, by then we will have obtained a certain number of users and the leverage to negotiate partnerships with shops and restaurants. We will keep improving our service, and in the maturity stage, we expect to provide service to all citizens. The scope of our service will expand beyond delivery. Our ultimate goal is to become the best errand running service provider in Hong Kong, providing highly personalized service to customers. Favors aim at building a friendly community where users give help and support to each other. Here, we bridge the Favors. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
And now it's the time. Okay.
Yeah, let's move on to the Q&A seconds.
Why do you start it first in university?
First, all our team members are university students, so we need know the needs for university students. Second, if we first set our target clients as university students, we have more traceable database because they need to log in with their university email, so that if there are something happens, we can trace the user through school emails.
Do you think that university student has special tool that will receive your solution better?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
University student actually has some special characters or some characteristic that will receive your solutions better.
Yes. We have actually done a market research which proves that there is a strong demand, especially among the university students, and we will show you our survey results again. So those are the target client characteristics. So they live on campus, which means that so they live on campus, so they need sometimes people to bring them meals or fetch them packages. So this is where our demand comes from. We have done a market research which proves that the university students should be our target group.
So it seems to me that based on your financial forecast, you need to break even in 5 years. So to me, you are liking to building an application instead of doing a business. So can I hear your comment?
I think the point of building this platform is to connect those who are in need of errand running and those who are willing to do it. So we built the platform, and I think that should also be counted as a business model.
So actually, what is the cost of building this platform from you? Because I saw that your expense is quite large.
Yes, we have.
Cost breakdown of your building this application? Because you are not building hardware, so I believe your cost can be minimized actually.
Because our application is actually quite complicated because it involves. So here in our estimated cash flow statement, you can see that our estimated development cost is around $200,000. If you need a breakdown, then well, this development cost includes building functions such as in-app messaging, location sharing system, and payment system. So those are the 3 functions that would cost us the most money in the development process. And we have found relevant materials that proves our estimation on the internet, which is not shown here.
So next question is, sorry, can you introduce your team to us?
Okay, so our team, this is our team, and there are students.
Your screen has stopped sharing.
Sorry, I will share again. So this is our team. There are students from business school, and there are students from computer science and data science and technology. Basically, we are all undergraduates, and we understand the need of university students, so we can provide better service. And secondly, most of our service are outsourced to the countries in the market. We can just give the application development work to them. So we do not need to finish that part. So most of our work is to do the operation work. Yeah.
Yeah, and also as university students, we would be able to attract the first batch of users because we have a wide network among the school. And just like what our team leader says, the development process would mostly be outsourced to professional teams, which is already included and shown in our cash flow statement.
Yep, I think that's all for the question today. Thank you, Team Thor.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So the next team will be ZenX. Team ZenX team leader Skype B. Are you here?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Okay, so please be ready, and you may start to share your screen.
Oh, can you see the screen?
Yes. All right. So if you would like to, you can also share your camera.
Oh, sure.
All right. Okay. All good. If you're ready, you may start now.
The greatest discrimination is invisible. Minorities tend to hide themselves among the public due to many problems existing in our society. In the world, we have 285 million visually impaired people, and 39 million are blind among them. However, most of the advanced technology we enjoy is not for them. Hi, my name is Nayoung, and our team, Gen X, wondered about this and realized the problems in our society. It is hard for the blind people to use the public transportation. What problems exactly are they facing? Let's break them down into three. First, it is hard to know where the bus stop is. Second, hard to figure out the arrival of the bus and its order of arrival. Last, for the driver, it is hard to know if the blind people are waiting in the bus stop. We came up with three main features that our solution must have: show, inform, and free. Our solution should show the direction to the bus stop. It should inform the bus driver about the blind people's arrival to the bus stop. And lastly, it should make the blind people free from any challenges, such as checking the smartphone all the time for the maps. We Gen X introduced XCane, smart cane that implements 5G and cloud to make the usage of the public transportation much convenient. Let's explore what XCane can change. Through interaction with users and Cane, once users tell the destination, using the voice recognition, Cane will recognize user's voice and convert to text. Then converted text, together with user's current GPS, will be saved to cloud server. Synchronizing with Google Maps API and data in cloud server, user can have fastest and efficient route to the destination. When it is time to walk to the destination, our ergonomic cane grip has 4 buttons that will vibrate to tell the direction one should go. Once the user reaches the designated bus stop, XCane will send the signal to the bus stop IoTs that users arrived. Signal received will be sent to the cloud server through 5G and send the signal to the bus so that the bus driver can get the notification. Cloud will constantly update the distance between the bus stop and the cane. When the bus gets closer to the bus stop, it will send a signal to the bus bell through 5G to make the getting off the bus much easier. What benefits and unfair advantages XCane have? Through utilizing cloud server, all the data from the starting point to the destination can be securely saved. User can have access to the data anywhere, anytime. Communicating via 5G server, we make the data transmission much faster without any delay. How can XCane change our society? Through XCane, blinds will have independence by exploring places by themselves. Adding to that, they will gain confidence to achieve more experience by themselves. Not only it can impact the blind, society overall can gain the benefits through increasing awareness toward those who are in need. How will be the cost structure and the revenue stream be? For the cost structure, it will cost 900 Hong Kong dollar per unit for variable cost with fixed cost of 10,000 Hong Kong dollar. Our revenue will be generated from the subscription of Cane, including 5G and cloud service. For 3 months, the subscription cost will be 1,500 Hong Kong dollar with updating subscription every 3 months. Together, the customer, we will have an exclusive selling plan for the first-time customers by offering the service with the price of Hong Kong dollar 1,100. Through this, we will have a break-even point in the 2nd year of our business.
Okay, 1 minute left.
XCane has a huge potential for the future. These are several ways to expand our business. First, we can expand our target audience to elderly. Our cane can help improving their mobility as well as independence to go anywhere they want. Second, we can implement another features such as hologram to guide users' wave through arrow. Third, we have a promising future that the global walking aids market size is expected to reach 3.3 billion by 2025. The demand for XCane will be increased as the business grows. XCane, the future of new generation. We are Gen X. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us more about your team?
Yes, this is my team members. We are all from PolyU and we have a diverse background. We have students from computing, and also business side, and also product engineering, which helps a lot in hardware design.
Any member in your team are visually impaired?
Not really.
How you come up with this idea?
Oh, I actually saw YouTube that blind people having a really difficulty using the public transportations. All the buses they are waiting, they just pass by because they don't notice the blind peoples. And blind people also, since they don't recognize the bus number, they cannot catch the bus. So I realized that it is very hard for the blind people to use the public transportation. That's why we came up with these ideas.
So, may I have some question on your team? So
yes,
you mentioned that you could connect to 3G. Is your cane connect to 3G from the cloud directly, or you need to through the smartphone? Because the processing power connecting 3G is really high.
If I understand correctly, we will insert the IoTs and the sensor to the cane. Utilizing the smartphone will be exclusive for those who don't have the visual impaired difficulties.
Sorry, maybe I make it more clear. Is your cane connect to the cloud server directly? So
yes.
Okay, so it will you some products are inside the cane for the calculation, like showing the direction to the users.
Yes.
Your solution is very good if in smart city categories. Just wonder whether you have researched into how many visually impaired people in Hong Kong. Is the model actually sustainable to your business?
Okay. Actually, we have data in here. So in Hong Kong, there are 174,000 visually impaired people. So if we are setting up the scenario that in the first year of our business, if we can reach 10% of visually impaired people in Hong Kong and make 7% of them buy our product, we can have 510, approximately 500,000 Hong Kong dollar profits.
So I think it's a very meaningful technology. So I want to understand that, do you need to work directly with the transportation company or government in order to implement your product?
Sure. So these are the four main stakeholders that we want to work with. First, one-on-one corporation solutions will help us setting up the 5G servers with integrating with the cane. And also we need a government's help to setting up the public transportation IoTs. For the cloud server, we're gonna use a AWS server to easily integrate the data and the storage.
Have you also researched into the KMP mobile app? Actually, is there some similar initiative done by them already? Yes.
What are we thinking is that we not only focus in Hong Kong, we can also expand our services to many other countries in the world. For example, I realized that in Hong Kong, most of the bus stops don't really have IoTs. But however, for example, in Korea, we have a public guiding IoTs that will tell when the bus will come. So with this, we can easily integrate the server with this public IoTs so that the cane can easily receive the data.
Okay, thank you, ZenX, for your presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, you may stop sharing your screen. Okay, so the next team, may I please have Team Dream Builder. Hi, Team Dream Builder.
Yep. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, 1 second, please. sorry. So during the presentation, please do not record any presenter presentation. If someone is recording, could you please stop recording? All right. Anyway, you can you have 5 minutes to present, and Team Dream Builder, you may start now.
Okay. I'm sorry, some technical problem in displaying my screen.
No problem. We will restart once you're ready.
I'm sorry, very sorry. Yep. Oh, sorry. All right. During COVID-19, have you ever worked from home? You may have experienced certain benefits from remote collaboration, whether it's at work, school, or a group event such as the Hong Kong Techathon. However, one industry that hasn't yet embraced this new generation technology is construction. As workers in this industry, we know that construction has long suffered from ineffective communication between site and office. Due to the absence of a tailored remote collaboration solution, site and office teams always misunderstand each other, which leads to unsafe infrastructures, and it's even worse during COVID. To ignore them, they will become time bombs, risking public lives in the long run. Yet, in Hong Kong, to rebuild all of these structures, the amount of remedial cost would be 2 billion Hong Kong dollars per year. Globally, the cost would even be as much as 1.6 trillion US dollars, equivalent to a 2% drop of the global GDP. According to a 2017 McKinsey study, actions in 7 areas were suggested for construction, and 4 of them can be improved by effective communication. This is where Dream Builder comes in. Based on our construction and computer vision expertise, we have tailored a set of visual collaboration solutions to enhance communication. This will effectively synchronize information from site and office teams throughout the whole construction lifecycle. First, by using our real-time video annotation, both teams can annotate on each other's screen over the same side view at the same time, which simulates a natural side-by-side working experience. Second, our hovering snap feature enables teams to also annotate on design drawings, since the site will always deviate from the original design. This feature is highly needed to help update the drawings continuously. By superimposing the mobile user's phone over these blueprints, we ensure this sharing experience is simple and convenient. And apart from viewing designs in 2D, both teams can also view 3D building information models projected on site structures. This is a digital representation of construction projects, which assists teams to better visualize structures to be built. And this also has gained tremendous support from the government in recent years. However, BIM models are always isolated in the office, while it is never possible for the site team to have the access. We resolve this issue by pioneering an image matching technology for BIM projection. This leverages deep learning and generative models in computer vision to automatically project BIM models onto the site with high accuracy without having to scan QR codes manually. Both teams can then make decisions based on the actual site condition with the BIM models and then collaborate interactively. Afterwards, all this site information will be systematically recorded live, which will help for further design updates in the office. And eventually, the office team can generate drawings or models with the most accurate site information, which will continuously ensure effective communication throughout the construction life cycle. Our app is also completely different from any other communication apps you can name, whether it's WhatsApp, Zoom, Chalk, which only provides testing, video call, and basic markup functions, or any existing digital work supervision system, which only serves as a library for uploading drawings. Moreover, we're even different from HoloLens, which require manual calibration, resulting in poorer positioning of the 3D models and in turn, poor quality of construction. Therefore, with Dream Builder, the best visual collaboration tool, it is the first time where compliance between site work and design can be 100% ensured anytime and anywhere. This will tremendously increase project revenue and, most importantly, protect infrastructure and public lives. And to fully optimize its business value, we will seek a wide range of customers. First, we will directly approach main contractors with a strong demand for multi-managing various projects with the minimum manpower resources, and clients who also want to closely monitor progress and safety of projects. We also aim for recognition from the Construction Industry Council, where clearance in financial sponsorship is provided by the government to contractors who adopt their recognized technologies. And increase our market share, we will also collaborate with our strategic partners downstream, especially 5G network providers. Many other innovation companies are beginning to partner with these network providers. Both these providers and Dream Builder are growing new generation technologies, and we can help each other to be more successful. And to ensure market acceptance, we talked to various industry people in the past week, from foreman to CEO, and they endorsed that Dream Builder can help supervise the site anytime, save millions per year, improve quality and safety in construction, and have a great potential. We have also successfully secured 3 local mega-scale projects as our lighthouse customers for launching pilot schemes before scaling out to the mainland and beyond. So we believe with your support, we can truly realize effective communication by visual collaboration in construction and enhance quality and safety. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my first question is, so I saw you have the competitor analysis. So it seems like it is foreign companies. Have you studied the market in Hong Kong, whether you can identify any competitors in Hong Kong?
Yes, we've done a very in-depth research on the competitors. Basically, all the so-called construction-related competitors are looking for the top right application, which are digital work supervision system. These apps, they are good, but then they're only good in having a database for uploading or downloading drawings more easily. But in our case, we are not a library for such a storage. We are to create an ecosystem which can foster an effective communication from the site to office, which is something nobody has done ever in Hong Kong or even the world. And therefore, this is our very unique core value, which we will provide to our customers.
And
I was also, sorry, I would also just add that because we are also members of the construction industry, in fact, Joseph has been working in the construction industry for a very long time, this really stems from a market pain point. So, Joseph is someone who goes on site every single day, and this is the sort of problems that he's encountering. And this is also really being backed by all of our industry advisors as well.
So actually, I can say that there are already several Hong Kong companies who are doing the BI model like you, and also they are working on digital twin. And since the application is same as yours, may I know what is your value proposition compared to those solutions? Because digital twin is very common now, like in your potential customer needs, I can see that some of them, even in the government department, already currently adopt the solution.
I would say the current adoption of BIM models only applies, only can bring benefits to the people in office, or simply say that those engineers in office. However, the true benefits have never been extended to the site, which is a very important stakeholders to realize the benefits of construction. Because imagine that if you can't really see what happens, what is being designed on site, then it's never possible for the site to follow exactly the orders. Sometimes the misunderstanding will accumulate and it leads to substandard construction and even unsafe works. However, the current development of the existing BIM companies that you can name off, all of them are just focusing on maybe have a better visualization of BIM model in office. Maybe they could even have a cloud-based platform for the people to open on site. But then there's no automatic image matching solution where the people on site can swiftly check the BIM models once they take their phone out, because the BIM model is directly synchronized to the image they look at. It is not a manual searching process. It's a direct, seamless, and a very intuitive way.
Hello. Have you ever thought of other applications of your solution so that it fits better into this new gen tech category? Because this is very industry specific applications.
Thank you for the question. We have think about a lot of different customers, even non-construction. But the reason why we start with construction is that we are experts from this area. Nonetheless, we foresee that many non-construction sectors, such as the gas and oil industry, those public utilities maintenance works, they also require remote collaboration, whereby you have to get the expert from very far away to help you fix something in a complex way. And therefore, our application is not just focusing on construction, but it's just a starting point where we find a tremendous value and project revenue expected. But in the future, whenever there's remote collaboration anywhere, we need this tool.
Okay, final question from me. So, can you explain more about your revenue model?
Sure. Let me show you.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay. So basically, we can see that we use a company subscription model to get our customer and get their profit, and then we'll have a specific pricing strategies for those who have a specific needs on them. And therefore, for example, they have specific need, a lot of customers, they want a lot of manpower, they want to save. And actually, using an app can save as many manpower as you want. And therefore, the pricing strategies for different customers are different. But then we have a tailored company subscription fee for any customers.
Okay, thank you very much, Computer.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so the next team will be Techathon. Team Techathon.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait a moment, I need to share the screen.
May I know your name, please?
My name is Lok Leung. My team leader is Matthew.
All right. So if you're ready, you can start now.
Okay, thank you. Wait a moment. Okay, start. Good afternoon, everyone, and judgment. I'm Lok, the modern farmer in Hong Kong. I have 7 more years experience in farming. My teammate and I create this new company, the Tech Farm, for the future farming. Go close in the vertically started indoor system to operate goat pen in a controlled environment is our company. Under COVID-19, lockdown our food truck, and the population is extending and the food farmland is decreasing. 9 billion people, maybe 2015. Vertical farming may be a good solution for many more food for us and save power, save water, save our environment to go safety food. You can see the news, our food is not very safety. Constating creeping by the pesticides, health metals, and germs, such as the Japanese strawberry and the US lab. Indoor farming is low germs, low pesticides, and clean area. How to do this? Because we can control our farm by the modern technology. The first one is AI LED, the auto light spectrum, 400 to 700 white light for the different vegetable and foods. And we can get the data of the temperature, humidity, EC, and the pH. EC is the nutrient of the nitrogen, phosphorus, and the potassium. We can get these data for our to then send the information to our phone. We can use our phone to control our farm. You can see, sorry. You can see our farm is here. We can see and control this. Because we have many sensors in our farm, so we can, because we use the IoT system, all the data can send to the driver. We have many records, so we can analyze all the MPK or EC something else. And anywhere we can control this. And before we have 500 food area to go our print, but it's not the print. It is a vertical 8 layers. So we get this starter system. And use the lift to put down the top layer to down, so we can change and clean up of this.
Okay, 1 minute left.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I also have the media interview in different media. What we do is our product. We go the strawberry, tomato, or the sunflower, and the eatable flower, and cooperate with the IVDI for the food safety. Also, in the STEM project with the school, primary school and secondary school. And these
our time is up, but we have Q&A sections.
Can you tell us about your revenue model? Revenue model.
What?
How you make money?
How to make money? Oh, we start our company. You can see our customer is the VMO Vegetable Marketing Organization, and Middle State Muji is our customer. But under COVID-19, so the market is changed to O2O. You can see some our online and offline is the retail. You can see this, right?
Where is your farm?
Our farm in the Yunnan, Outer May.
How big is it?
How big is it? We have two places. One in the Yunnan and other one in the Taiwan. Taiwan is indoor, and our Yunnan is outdoor. Is the greenhouse have 4,000 feet, and the Taiwan have 1,000 feet is for indoor.
How much output you can produce?
Oh, wait a moment. In this one, yes, our just such in our Taiwan area, you can see we can go 1,600 strawberry, around 818 pounds, and you can see I can earn 71,000 per month. Is only our Taiwan indoor system, and our but is same with our Yunnan, because 500 is 8 nights is around 4,000 food.
So can this model apply to other market player? Is it work to apply your model to other market player so that you can increase your volume, your output?
Oh, because in Hong Kong, the store just use the strawberry is the import is more than more, so it's the big market in Hong Kong. So is 100 more billions, 100 millions for each month, each years. So
you can only grow strawberry in winter.
Oh, not we all only the strawberry. You can see this. We have the tomato, strawberry, and the eatable flower. In Yunnan area is going the strawberry and tomato. The Taiwan is the strawberry. Is so this is you can buy this in the supermarket or something. Is the high value paint in Hong Kong is not the nutrients. Tomato and strawberry is higher.
Any your team other than you?
Yes. Oh, it's not only me. They in the auditorium is can have the LED management, and the YW is our engineering, and the Matthew is the marketing management. So we are a strong team to the going energy and the marketing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your presentation. So meanwhile, may I please invite the next team, PC Accelerate. Hi, the team of PC Accelerate, are you here? Shen Wen Gong. Hello. Oh. Okay, if so last call for team PC Accelerate, Sherwin Kong. Okay, if you're not here, we will be invite the next team. Okay, so we assume team Accelerate no show, and next team will be Chip Skatey. Chip Skatey. Chip Skate. Alvin and James.
Yes, give me a bit of time to prepare. I'm so sorry. Give me a bit of time.
Sure.
Okay, let me. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'll start now. So, have you ever imagined playing a game to save money? Chipskate may turn your dream into reality. I am Alvin, and along with me is Edwin, the co-founders of Chipskate. We are here to talk about our idea today. Chipskate aims to promote the use of interactive discount finding to drive the use of electronic payments in Hong Kong. We started out during the COVID-19 pandemic, where economic activities were stagnant and physical objects like banknotes or paper money were allegedly a medium of virus transmission. Realizing Hong Kong's reluctance towards e-payment, the pandemic serves as a golden opportunity to shift people's perceptions and adopt contactless payment habits. In our application, animals are equal to discounts. They are spawned in the vicinity of our partnership stores. With our AI interface, one captures exotic animals to collect discounts. If you fail, you can always try another location. Coupons are spent with our in-app e-payment methods. Users may connect their social media accounts to leaderboard and compete for whoever saves the most in a week. Users can also purchase power-ups to catch more animals with higher discounts and also track the money saved through Chipsgate. Our AI technology is powered by Unity. Through Unity, we spawn animals facing the user directly for easy interaction. Then it will also track the position and orientation of the user's device, and also map up the suitable lighting and environmental conditions of the animals. Apart from AI, we also utilize big data analytics and AI algorithms to provide business insights for our partners. Compared to our competitors that offer discounts or e-payment services such as YUU rewards, we excel with an additional element of gamification, and the discounts serve as an incentive for recurring usage. Our main sources of revenue come from the in-app purchases of users and the commission of transactions made through our in-house payment system. Serving as the middleman that connects SMEs and consumers, we offer a unique insights to vendors with the in-game behavior analytics to achieve a win-win situation. Our business model enables us to scale our business through network effects and also collaborating with corporations, for example, FMCGs. We see ourselves as a first mover into the blue ocean market while also achieving social impact of catalyzing the fintech revolution of Hong Kong. We like to target teenagers and young adults as our first batch of users. With the larger amount of free time and extensive usage of smart devices, we foresee them to be the major group of audiences driving our growth. Our market entrance strategy consists of the 4 E's. We will use these strategies to test out our concept, raise awareness, reach out to potential partners, and ultimately retain user interest. In the first stage of development, we will focus on the app development as well as AR development and providing a concept by implementing a small-scale test market on university campuses. We will gradually reach out to various SMEs for collaborations and eventually with large chain retail stores. We identified our greatest challenge is to retain users' interest in the act of capturing animals for discounts. We will issue daily rewards during login and set up various monthly milestones, along with tailored discount recommendations based on the consumer consumption habits and preferences to offer the best experiences using our application. We will focus on our app development this year, spending an estimated 140,000 in our first stage of operation. After the launch, we aim to reach an amount of 2,100 MAU, given a 0.5% commission charged in each transaction made through our application. Over 5 years, we foresee a growth of around 40% and targeting 32% of the market share in the e-payment industry. Our innovation brings forth multiple advantages to society. Our myriad discount offerings encourage smart spending and mindful consumption. Small businesses benefit with the increased number of customers. On a macro scale, the fintech revolution of Hong Kong can be pushed a step forward by accelerating digital transformation of payments. Our team consists of 5 members, which also consists of from business analysts to UI UX designers and also to app development experts. We are also very enthusiastic and diverse team. Not only do we come from different universities, but also years from study. I believe that our team can bring along, I believe our team is competent to bring along key elements, for example, in game development and also in UI UX, and also in our businesses. We foresee that Chipsgate will be the innovation long needed for the e-payment sector in Hong Kong. So what are you waiting for? Come and grab discounts at your fingertips. Thank you very much.
Sorry, thank you very much for our presentation. So let's move on to the Q&A.
Can you identify your competitor in for the product?
Sorry, could you repeat the question? I'm so sorry. Could you repeat the question?
You identify your competitor?
Yes, we can actually identify our competitors over in this graph over here. So actually, we think that our main threat is actually YUU. First of all, although our products are extremely different, so we are actually distributing discounts, while YUU is leveraging spending points to earn discounts. So because of why you use leverage with the Dairy Farm Group, where it has multiple brands like Pizza Hut or Welcome or 7-Eleven. But I believe that our greatest advantage is our collaborations with different SMEs, which is very unique as opposed to big brand sellers. And also we think that other e-payment services like Alipay or WeChat Pay are also some of our key competitors in this aspect. Yes, so thank you. Thank you again for your question.
So I can see your competitor is very strong, like Tencent, Alibaba, which is the top 5 in the world. So are you going to compete with them, or you work directly with them, or how do you attract them to make you as a partner?
Actually, our app is substantially different from Alipay or those e-payment too, because we have an additional element of gamification. And as you can see, we are actually kind of a discount gathering platform, which connect SMEs with customers directly. So our main competitor is mainly YUU instead of Alipay. But like Alipay is some kind of e-payment tool without our main component of gamification and discount gathering. Yeah.
So I would like to understand more. You are providing the discount, or your app is the money storage app. So can you elaborate more on it? Because you are saying you're refining the traditional e-payment. So I would like to understand, because your competitor is getting the license from HKMA, but you're not. So why you see them as a competitor?
Actually, maybe we can explain how our app works. So SMEs provide discount for our app, and then those discounts will appear as animals, and then users can try to catch it and use the discount. And then in order to use the discount, they have to use our in-app e-payment tool, and that e-payment tool can be third-party APIs, for example, Stripe. So by using those, by using our e-payment system, we will also get some commission in between in order to gain revenue. Do I make fun?
Yeah, thank you. But still, I'm not quite clear. Who will be your target customer actually?
Okay, so let me open up the slides first. So our target customers are actually mainly in university. We are actually trialing in a university. So currently we have conducted several focus group interviews with overwhelmingly positive responses on our app. So why do we target teenagers and youth or even university students? So because they actually do use the devices quite often. And they would do anything to collect discounts using a gamification as a gimmick tool. So Evan, would you like to elaborate more on?
Yeah, I think that's about. Yeah, so our target customers are mainly the people that will use our app in order to gain more discount. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. So that's all the questions we have.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So meanwhile, we also have the next team, this Team Fantastic.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, Team Fantastic.
Okay, I'm ready. So hi there, we are Team Fantastic, and we are a school assignment personalization institution. So I know I'm talking about homework, which is super boring, but please bear with me. I'll try to make it fun. So imagine this: if I'm the bottom student in our class and you're the top students, we are both receiving the same homework. Would we actually able to learn? Like for you, it could be too easy and abundant, and for me, it could be too much and too hard. That's what's wrong with the current education system. For both students and teachers, they are unclear about students' strengths and weaknesses. And for students, there's a lack of communication and interaction in learning when it comes to COVID-19. And teachers, it's hard to let them keep track of students' progresses as they're not in front of them. So the thing is, students want to see progresses and get rewarded when they're doing their homework. And teachers want to, customize and personalize different homework for different students with different abilities. But the thing is, teachers, there's only one or two teachers. working on making these homework. So it's impossible to customize each and every homework for every student, right? So we are thinking, why can't we just use machine to do that work? Why can't we just build?
You can slow down your speed because we not barely catch you.
Okay, sure. So basically, our solution is an academic platform that personalized student schoolwork for improvement using simple algorithms. So there are quite a number of features, but we'll focus more on the MVP journey. So in the very beginning, students can go to the dashboard. There are some tasks assigned by the teachers. And when they're doing the task, there's a real-time question modification based on students' performance. So if you're doing well, we might just reduce the amount of questions and increase the hardness. If you are doing not well, if you're not clear about some specific topic, we'll actually lower the hardness, so we'll make it easy for you and give you extra homework. So why would students do that extra question? So basically, we give them coins as rewards. So the coins, they can turn them into coupons. As they're secondary school students, they don't have much pocket money. So coupon is a great incentive for them to actually, do extra exercise. Not only that, but also like we are making it easier for questions to the questions for the students, so they could have a sense of satisfaction if they are doing easier homework and they are getting improvement. So the values for students are not just like having personalized academic training, but they also have a higher motivation in doing this kind of homework. And for teacher, they can focus more on teaching students instead of worrying how to generate homework, as our system would help teachers automatically generate homework for students based on our question bank. And the business model for one subject only, even in Hong Kong, it's around $34 million market already. And let's say we only take 10% of the market, which is what we are trying to do in the next 2 years. We are talking about $38 per students per month for subscribing our services, our homework services. We are talking about like around 16 million per Hong Kong alone already. So of course, we are not only looking for just Hong Kong, but we are also like going global soon, as our system doesn't limit it to launching in Hong Kong. Our landing page, we can do a global launch. We can put our solution on product hunt and reach to schools in other countries. And how could we achieve that? Basically, our penetrating market is not just the schools under the DSC syllabus, but also the syllabus under IB. And as we know, there are also other schools in other countries use the IB syllabus. So our solution is suitable for not only the schools in Hong Kong. So that's why we can go global in the very beginning as well. Our school solution in the very beginning, we focus on mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology MCs. And it's already more than enough to, like comparing to cover all the subjects, because as we compare to the current solution in the market, most of the schools right now use Google Classroom. Teachers usually just make the Google Forms, which is not that effective. But for our solution, because we can personalize the homework for students, thus they can make better performance in learning, and teachers don't have to make homework anymore. All they have to do is just click the button. It's a bigger incentive for teachers and schools to use our solution. And for school, because they value schools ranking and they have access to education funds for implementing new solutions and new technology, thus we have a great business potential here. So all we have to do is reach out to schools, talk to them, and work on this, implementing our solution. So we also did a little bit spot analysis. I think the most important thing, like the threat, is that how do we break out from the existing learning pattern? So most of them are using Google Classroom and Zoom. So what we have to do is we have to find ways to see if we can integrate with this solution to make it easier for schools to implement our solution. And these are some of the features we can do in the future based on our current development. So right now we are focusing more on building the MC question data bank as the question bank, as well as focusing on making the algorithm. So this is our development timeline. Soon we are going to launch our landing page by the end of January, hopefully, and run some MVP with 4 to 5 schools. So right now we are negotiating with school while building our MVP. And this is our team. I'm Ali, and Peter is a really great AI developer. And thank you for a fantastic time.
Time's up.
Okay, so we offer you a presentation section that we want to have a very clear understanding about your ideas. But obviously, I think most of us can't get really clear because of your speed, and then it's too many information in it. So I would like to give you a few seconds that can you summarize about your technology or your ideas, and then make sure we all can receive, understand your idea.
We use machine to personalize each student's homework based on their performance and ability, so they can learn better. Would that be clear?
Can I ask you, who are your intended customer? Parents or teachers, schools? Or
So the ones who pay are schools basically, because they do have funds to buy, like originally they buy textbooks. So right now, basically we are just replacing the textbooks and the current system that they are investing in, and they also have education fund to invest in new technology. So the users are high school students, as in the very beginning, our syllabus are DSE and IB syllabus.
Customer, they pay for the services, right?
School pay for the services.
Who devised the question bank for you? Or you in your system, you already built in for them, or school teacher has to input those question bank?
So right now, we will provide the question bank. So right now, one of the things we are doing is finding how can we get the license from other publishers, or else we have to like hire a few teachers to make the question bank. So it's a shared question bank between different schools in our system. So they don't have to do like input the questions.
So you are finding the publisher to cooperate with you to provide you the question bank and the content, but at the same time, you are replacing the textbook. So it's a bit contrary. Why I need to cooperate with you in terms of the publisher?
It's not totally replacing the textbook, because we are not giving learning materials. We are more like providing a homework system. So it's more like we are buying license of their question and answer, like MC books. So we are not replacing the whole publishers, because we are only focusing on mainly science subjects and mainly on MC. So we are not totally replacing them. Instead, we are just providing them an opportunity to,
So then the next question is, who are your competitors?
Our competitor, I would say Google Form, because from what I heard from user research asking teachers, most of them use Google Form to give homework to students. So Google Form is our main competitor, as we have to make them not use Google Form, Google Classroom, but use our system to do the homework. So that's our main competitor.
So it seems to me that your solution is for not for the in-class assessment, it's for the out-of-class assessment. Am I correct?
Yep. Like we're not replacing the current e-class solution, but it's more like a homework system only. Yep. We are focusing on the homework only.
So for the questions, for teachers still need to choose the correct question for their student. Am I correct?
Well, there are two ways. They can either manually choose, or we can just help them generate randomly or based on students' level. So like if they want to generate the same homework, they can do that. If they want to generate homework based on students' performance, if we have the data ready, we can do that as well.
But the thing is, they doing their homework is their responsibility. It's not for the incentives or the coupons, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, what do you mean?
You are selling to the schools, and school is a place to learn, and it's the student's responsibility, right? And you are providing a platform to give incentives to encourage the students to study. But indeed, the students they should learn, right?
No, we are giving a solution where students are motivated to do homework. The fact is that right now students, they don't do their homework well because they don't find themselves improving, and they find the homework so boring that are not, really related to their abilities. So that is the fact right now. Like even for my brother, he just skip classes and copy other people's homework because he just don't know how to do the homework. So right now, what we are targeting is make sure homework are personalized for each student that fits their abilities. So that's an external solution on top of the technology they're already using in class.
I have two questions. One is whether or not you have consult with any teachers.
I've already talked to sure. Sorry.
If they feel okay to incentivize a student doing homework. Second question is if you have any chance actually to speak with existing publisher, whether or not they feel okay to collaborate.
Okay, Ali, you have 20 seconds for this question.
So for the first question, we already talked to two teachers already, and they say the process when they manually input questions are really boring and really not that useful in helping students. They want to put more quality time in teaching students. So if there's a tool that could help them, that would be great. Another thing is publishers. We already have to talk to one publisher already, but we are still looking for other publishers to talk in this month already. They are right now like working on some AR technology, mixed reality technology, and our technology is more practical, and they have interest in collaborating. So,
all right. Thank you very much. Thank you for your.
Thank you for your questions. Thank you.
All right.
How do I close this?
So finally, we have our last team. So team, please accelerate. Finally, you're here, and
好似俾人問得最多問題，會唔會問得最癲嗰下？
Yes, I can hear you now.
佢哋直頭係，我覺得係似要 invest 咗 startup 問到咧，哇！隔離 team 都冇問你，即係隔離 team 都問你哋 business model 有咩，你 customer 有咩？你知唔知我？
Yes. Okay. So can I begin now?
Oh, you can start to share your screen.
Okay. So can you see the share screen now?
Yes, yes. Okay, you have 5 minutes to present. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, hello everyone, and I'm very honored to share our solutions for the earthquake early warning system. And we are Peace Accelerate, and our mission is to make the best sensor for earthquake early warning. And the product that we would like to provide called PAS Auto. So earthquakes are perilous and inevitable natural events, causing severe damage and loss of life. And there is no proven method to forecast the precise occurrence, time of an earthquake, nor its location or size. However, this problem can be solved by earthquake early warning system. It is a way of detecting earthquake accurately by detecting P waves before the damaging S waves. And there are a lot of solutions nowadays, such as MyShake, developed by Berkeley, etc. But there is a key problem here. EEW requires accelerometers. This is a kind of sensor can measure the acceleration or movement of the earthquake. EEW requires accelerometers with very low noise floor to capture this P wave. And actually, there are many players which are accelerometer producer already, such as the huge company Analog Devices, Texas Instrument, and some other companies like Geosig and Genlogsys. And also there are huge demands for the accelerometers, and these are the buyers of these accelerometers. They are EEW integrators such as Early Warning Labs, LC, and etc. And also there are many potential applications scenario from the end user side, because currently only very limited government employ this kind of method, but actually all the government, a lot of cities needs to apply this system. So we can say that there is a huge demand for qualified accelerometers, but the problem now is that the performance of the current accelerometer are not high enough. So here is our product. And we have made the prototype of the product. You can see in the middle figure, and the left figure is our design. And the key innovation here, we utilize a very high performance sensing material based on the cutting edge fabrication technology. And you can see the picture on the right to see this technology. This is called aerosol deposition. It can be used to fabricate very high performance piezoelectric film. And we have compared our product with the world leading MEMS accelerometer for seismic measurement, which is made by analog devices, and the model is ADX355 because we care about the noise floor of an accelerometer, which is a key for measuring seismic movement. So you can see that we are here, and ADXL355 is here. So we are better than them. So here is our team, and because our business model is to fabricate the accelerometer and sell it to the EEW integrator. So our team consists of 3 people now, me, Chao-Ting Chen, and Wen-Jung Wu. And I'm responsible for mainly this business development, such as marketing and other works. And Chao-Ting Chen is mainly for the technology, and Wen-Jung Wu is very experienced and expertise in the technology of aerosol deposition. And they are from National Taiwan University, and I'm from the Chinese University of Hong Kong. So
okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
So thanks for presentation. So I understand that you were pointing out one pain point for the current solution for predicting the sensor of the earthquake is that the noise floor need to be very small, and your sensor have a you can show to the data to us that is the noise floor is pretty smaller than the original solution. But how is the performance of detecting the earthquake? Because the detection is based on the signal to noise ratio. The noise floor is reduced, but how about the signal level you can detect?
You mean what's the signal level we can detect?
Yeah. You're just saying that you reduce the noise level of your sensor, but if the performance is really better than the original solution. Can you show us?
Yes. Actually, the noise floor that we the sensor is under the measurement, and this is the theoretical noise floor that we obtain now, and theoretically the resolution of the accelerometer is around 1 microG per square root of hertz.
So I know is this technology or this theory is patented by your team or?
Yeah. This technology is patented by our team because it is developed by the professor, Wen-Jung Wu from National Taiwan University, and he has developed this technology for more than 10 years.
So what is your go-to-market strategy? So definitely, Hong Kong is not the place that you will target on, right?
Yes, that's true. So to go to market, our plan is to first build some initial relationship with our customers in Taiwan, because Taiwan has a lot of earthquakes, and it is easy to test our product with our collaborators, and to prove that our sensors really works in their EEW system. Then we plan to build the collaboration between such as mainland or such as Indonesia, because all these areas such as Japan, and because all these areas have a lot of earthquakes. So these are the 2 steps that we will consider in the future.
How long you think you need to take in order for your product to be marketable?
Yeah. So because currently the product is still under the stage of testing. And I think based on our current testing process, we need 1 more year to make a complete product and test it in build collaborations with the collaborators in Taiwan and do the testing. And as for to go to market in other areas, I think we need 2 to 4 years.
I question that you said the patent actually already granted for 10 years already. What holding it up after having the patent and then to become a product for 12 years?
Sorry, could you please say your question again?
The theory or the patent you already granted for 10 years already, and from 10 years before to now and until two more years.
Yeah.
What is it holding up for you to produce a product actually marketable for so long?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
20 seconds.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because this technology has been developed in research lab for a couple of years, and now it can be already used to fabricate a lot of such as sensors, actuators, and some other devices. And all these devices are under the testing and research. So I think it is very close to the stage of being utilized in public.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you very much for everyone's presentation. So I know there are some questions like some people who hasn't presented yet. So actually we had already received your presentation earlier, and yesterday night our internal judges has already selected the best 15 presentation to present in these categories. So unfortunately we cannot accommodate every presenter to present their idea. So right now, our judges will have 30 minutes for internal scoring, and for those, we will select 3 winners to come to Science Park and receive the award, and the result will be released at around 1:30. So we will call to your mobile phone directly to announce the result. Only for those winners will be receiving the call in an hour later. So please keep monitor on your mobile phone status, and hopefully you guys can receive our calls in an hour later. Okay, so that's all for our new generation section presentation for today. So thank you for joining.